ioEther. I got this.
Hey folks, this is ioEther and we're back with some more World of Tanks. So as you can see, this is Radford, and his Bat Chat. This is obviously a tier 10 game on Fisherman's Bay. Ooh, nice. Jaguar 4, huh? Anyways, so before we get into this game, I do want to say I'm sorry I haven't put up many oh look, you just joined a damn platoon. Cool. I haven't put up many videos this week. It's honestly down to the fact of me not wanting to wake up 3 hours before I have to go to work so I can record. Didn't put up a game. Really, I'm just being lazy. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try and get out more games next week to compensate for that. But I do not have time this week to do that. So I'll try and get the standard games for today and tomorrow, and then next week I'll record a bunch of weekends so I can get you guys double games next week. Yeah. Anyways, so into the game as we lose a bulldog to an enemy Bat Chat. We do get a sneaky shot in on him though, and we do manage to kill a 1390 on the enemy team, who I think burned to death. Ooh, we get hit by the enemy 1390. Another enemy 13. What? Yeah. I couldn't find the 1390 on the enemy team list. I'm like, wait, the only one I see is dead. This doesn't make sense. No, our diamond platoon mate is getting murdered. But that's okay. He's still alive currently, and so maybe he can keep himself alive. You can see the enemy. Wait, do they not have any heavy tanks? They don't have any heavy tanks. Well, matchmaker. I can see by the fact that there's an I-7 and an E5 that there wasn't just not enough heavy tanks in queue for you to put an even amount on both teams. You know, that'd be silly. So the enemy team's already at a disadvantage, and we lose one of our allies, or opportunistic allies, I guess. But the 121 is still over there and is still dishing out death. Ooh, he wants to get a shot on someone. Oh, and I'm kind of tired. I'm sorry, guys. Nice, sneaky shot into 7-1. Unfortunately, not able to get the killing blow off before he retreats, and Radford is forced to resume his circling and generally falling back. Now, as much as we do have a heavy advantage on him, we're not using it. Our E5 is way down here. Our IS-7 is out in the middle of an open field, and our 5120 is somewhere else entirely. Oh, and our T-57 is AFK. From way back here, oh, I think Radford was trying not to be lit while doing that, but manages to put one shot into the Object 263, who's about to die due to artillery, I assume. Maybe the E5 is doing that much damage, but it seems unlikely. Shooting at the front of a 263, it's a hard target to pen. Our 1390 is going screaming in there, trying to get the kill, and the 263 shuts him down. 53 health left on that 263. All the 1390 had to do to kill him was ram him, but oh, apparently that's what he did. He rammed him and didn't do enough damage to kill him. Wow, that's impressively bad. Oh well. Ooh, the 7-1 has appeared back on the map. He has decided not to fall back into deep cover. Based on how much health he's got, Radford is trying to line these shots up along the move. Personally, just would have slowed down, but that's not Radford's style. Ooh, he gets cracked, immediately repairs it, and snapshots the 1390 for that particular kill. Ow, and then takes a giant hit in the back, probably from the grill. Yeah. probably from the grill. That hurt. But, oh well. He reloads and relocates across the field. We have now secured the 8 line. They only had the one target over there, and it pushed way too far forward without any support from its team. So now we're kind of winning this, but I mean, winning is kind of relative. We still have an AFK T-57 heavy. Our grill is on 9 health. I mean, an artillery shell lands in his zip code, and he's going to die. Our IS-7 is still cowering at the back of the map. And we just bounced a shot from a 140. Woot! Yeah, it was eaten by the tracks, but still, like, that should have been a bunch of damage off on us. Half of our remaining health should have just vanished right there. But it didn't. So instead, we get rammed by a friendly 5120 who couldn't possibly see the batch in front of him because he was paying attention to the E1, I assume. And obviously not where he was driving. Our IS-7 is finally growing a set and plowing forward, but unfortunately, he's going to get met with a lot of tank destroyer fire, yeah. Because of the way he's trying to move forward. I expect him to be dead here in the next 5 or 6 seconds. You know, he actually lives through this stupidity. If he went... Why is he pushing up that way? And why is he stopping in, like, the worst possible spot? Our grill with 9 health is pushing up to the front line. This is probably not the best spot for you, Mr. Grill. But I understand you want to get into the action. Bradford has decided that pushing up there up against all the tank stores is just a bad idea in general. And so it looks like he's going to go for the loop around, go all the way around the map, which the batch has the speed for it, and you know, and definitely the capability to outduel most tanks at this point in the game. So we're looking for the Type 61, the Bulldog. Yeah, I think that's, or the, I guess we're also looking for the artillery. Those are the only 3 tanks that are possibly over here. So they're the ones that we're looking for. The grill technically could be here, but it really is more likely to be over on the 1 line still. Looking at all the juicy targets that can shoot over there. So Radford is in fact looking for artillery right now, and that's why he's so far out here. That or he's being really, really sneaky. I think it's actually a combination of both. If he can find artillery, he will find and kill artillery. If he can't, he will be all sneaky and sneak up on the enemies. So now he's looking for the Bulldog. That is the most likely thing for him to run into next. There is a Type 61 again still up here somewhere, but whoa, Bulldog ahead. And dead Bulldog. Poor Bulldog. Never stood a chance. Not a chance in the world. Now he's just going to rock back and forth over here until he's certain that he's not lit anymore, and then he's going to start creeping forward again. In this case, though, it looks like he's going to swim back around the other way. I personally would have pushed forward into the bushes that line that are in A6, because you can get lights all across this field from there without ever getting lit, and then you can pull back if you need to. Radford has decided to reload. That's why he's relocating. So he's going to take 30 seconds, reload, rearm, and come back at this fight from a different direction, one which the enemies are not expecting to come out from. He's going to wait until he's loaded, or almost loaded, before he pulls out of here, because there's no point in going out into the open with no shells in your barrel. And yep, he's going to start rolling now that he's only a few seconds away from having a loaded gun. Now, I'm sorry again for the glitch. Of course, you can't possibly expect a 9.15 replay played in 9.15 to work without glitches. That'd be dumb. So Radford is sneaking in really carefully, checking all the angles. Look at that. He knows he's been lit. the Type 61 that is, knows he's lit. Radford getting out of there with only a blown track, that's really going to save his life. Because he can still technically take a shot from the grill or the Ag Tiger if they low roll. But it's unlikely, right? But you can definitely take some splash damage from artillery, unless it's a direct hit. The artillery shot shouldn't kill him. And now he's just going to turn around, go back the way he came. He could reload, I guess, but I don't think he wants to take the time to do that. So instead, he is just going to move around to the other side, back to his previous position, and start sneaking up the A line again. And he's probably going to actually roll into the A6 bushes I was talking about earlier. There we go. I actually like to use that one. It's really great for spotting the field. And then if you can do it, you can sometimes sneak all the way up this red line to this bush here, which will give you a great, we'll see. Now he backs up through the bush, so he's not going to get lit while he fires his shots. And then he loads into the side of the Ag Tiger, who's not expecting it. And that last shot, we don't know what the one in. We know where the grill is now, though. The grill's starting to take some damage as it gets lit in the open. It falls back, but really it doesn't have any chance. Because of the fact that he's just falling back and forth, he's not actually getting behind any cover. He's trying to literally dodge shots by rolling backwards and forwards. And that would work if some of it was blind fire, but seeing as all of it was aimed and precise, it's not blind, it's just going to hit him. I'm fairly certain that the health of the Ag Tiger means that our last shot did not in fact pen, as it looks like we tracked him on the slope with his drive wheel up in the air. We lost the 5120 finally, but we do take out the last two enemy tanks. And with 2 shells left in the clip, there's only an artillery left on the enemy team. And so Radford is going screaming in, going to go find himself an artillery. And he has lost both dynamic platoon mates at some point in time. Ooh, look at that. Be very, very careful doing this. Yep, our artillery fires and misses. No, we do have 2, so there we go. And the grill's going to get the kill. And boom, dead artillery. And we're just going to pause this before drama ensues, because really, that looks like a fun place to pause it, right? Good job by Radford. A greedy player would have gone over this hill for the kill, but Radford didn't, because he knew that A, he was just going to get killed, and B, he had allies coming in. He didn't need to push his luck. And the greed would have got him killed there. There's almost no way this shotgun would have failed. It definitely would have killed him. But the grill, 9 health and all, came screaming in, and so we didn't have to wait too long. Good game. Mastery badge, first class spotter, bruiser, and fire perfect. Now, I didn't understand the spotter. This is going to be a lot higher than you may realize. Spotter is 1,000 hit points. Hearing that a little bit, just a little bit. 4,500 damage dealt, and his dynamic platoon mates we're not going to mention. But these 2 definitely carry that game. It was well done by the bad chat. Obviously our hero, but also the E50, and who was the other one? I can't remember. Who was our other one who was holding it? I thought we had 2 mediums holding off. Maybe it was... I'm not going to give the i7 credit. He didn't do a good job this game. Okay, well, whatever. The E50 deserves cred in any case for holding off what he held off of that game. 18 shots fired, and 14 of them connected and penned. That's a really, really good rate of hitting it and targets. I'm going to assume he's got a vert stab and maybe vents on this thing, and assume you can't have a gun rammer, so coated optics I am going to go with as your setup. Gun laying drive, vents, coated optics. And Radford can go ahead and tell me if I'm wrong. 6,000 spotting damage. Yeah, I think he deserved that spotter award. Good lord. And 8 kilometers traveled. Wow. That was a game. And well done, earning 60,000 credits. And tier 10 game with a premium account. No, either way, this was a well played, well executed, well deserved, great game. And this, by the way, 6,000 spine damage and 4,500 regular damage is not enough for an ace tanker. That should tell you how amazing the games you have to get in a bat chat in order to get an ace tanker are. Thank you so much, Raf, for saying this in, and I look forward to someday seeing an ace tanker game from bat chat. But for now, I'll settle with this. I'll see you all next time. This is ioEther out.